Good morning, class, and welcome back to Hot School. In today's lesson, we are going over Falstad, otherwise known as Air Muradin. Falstad excels in dealing sustained damage, specifically through one of his basic attack builds, but he also has a really strong burst damage build. I think they call it Mage Stat or something like that. Is his name, utilizing his hammer that he has. What Falstad really excels in is giving a global presence onto the map. Although he doesn't have a mount ability necessarily, so he does move a little bit slower when it comes to moving around the map. In that regard, he has the ability to fly every now and again to different parts of the map, which definitely excels, which really helps him give that global presence and make those plays. Without getting too much further into it, we're gonna get right into the game here, and let's see what he can do.
Let's fly.
Alrighty, we are headed to Infernal Shrines. On the friendly team, we have Falstad, Muradin, Kael'thas, Stukov, and Nazebo versus Orphea, Tyrande, Sylvanas, Sergeant Hammer, and Blaze. So with this comp, I don't really know. So Falstad is not a character that I play all the time. So we might be going more of a Mage Stat build because then we can hit Hammer pretty hard. So we're gonna do Gathering Storm at level 1. So every time an enemy hero is hit, it's gonna increase the damage of our Q ability. No, we'll do Season Markings. Never mind. So our Q ability is Hammerang. So we launch out a hammer. In this direction, it slows enemies and does some damage when it hits them. Our W ability is Lightning Rod. It's basically unavoidable damage. You just basically click on the target with it, and it does 3 strikes over time. Is it 3? Oh, okay, yeah. So 4 strikes technically, and it's unavoidable as long as they stay within the circle. And then E is do a barrel roll. And so we move it in a direction and gain a shield with that as well. We're gonna get this hammer there. Call that good. So this build is gonna have us wanting to be hitting a lot of minions. Oh man, these Zebo walls though.
Where'd you learn to kill things like that?
So with the Season Marksman build, we're going to be wanting to be around. We're going to go.
Whatever it takes.
Let them go.
Here it comes.
We'll go ahead and we'll take this out. So we went ahead and used our mount ability, our Z ability, which allowed us to fly up towards this top lane, as you saw. And then we used our E ability, the barrel roll, to roll towards Sylvanas. It didn't really help us in any regard, but we want to go ahead and do that. So since we took Season Marksman, we want to be around minions dying. So we want to make sure that we have a strong lane presence. And using our Hammerang here, as you saw, it goes out, comes back in, can do a decent amount of damage as such. I'm gonna finish out this lane here.
This hero has become a nuisance. Eliminate them.
A nuisance. Eliminate them.
Time to drop the hammer.
Just coming down here, trying to get a little bit more on the minion kills. We're gonna come back up here and deal with Sylv.
Choose a talent.
Just basically doing a little bit of damage to her, letting her know that she just can't stand there and just wail on our stuff here. At level 4, we're going to take hammer gains. So our basic attacks are going to actually heal us, which is going to give us a lot of sustain. It does heals us for 20% of the basic attack damage done, so it synergizes really well with our marksman skill. We're going to fly at this Sylv. Miss with all of our abilities, but we did a lot of damage to her. Put the Fear of God in her. Go ahead and do that here. So Falstad is his trait. I think it's called Taking Flight. Is that the name of it? Tailwind. So if we go 6 seconds without taking damage, we actually gain increased movement speed, which is pretty cool. Gonna jack up that Sylv. We trade really well into Sylvanas.
Death comes for you.
We're just gonna go ahead and take out this minion wave here. We're just building up on our seasoned marksman stacks right now. We're gonna go and we're gonna help out that objective here in a second after we finish out this minion wave. Now we're headed that way. And with our sustain, this build's pretty fun. I don't play Falstad very often, and I don't know why. He's a great hero. Do all the damage that we can up there. We're just trying to hit minions and stuff right now so we can gain back some of this health.
Now that's it.
Gotta watch out for that Blaze. He sees us, he's trying to flank us.
Choose a talent.
Level 7, we're going to take Secret Weapon, which increases the range of our Q ability, which is going to be nice for hitting people outside of a pretty large range there, like this hammer right now. But what also, while the hammer is flying, which it flies that much further now, so it takes longer.
I'll feed you to my griffin.
We're going to do 60% more damage.
Here it comes.
Okay, we're going to take out this or Punisher here.
Our enemy's Punisher has fallen. Now nothing will save them.
I think we're doing okay. I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and Hearth, get back our mana here, and then just kind of like with Brightwing, we can use our mount ability, which allows us to kind of teleport in to get back into a lane quickly, so we can go back up to this Sylv here. So we're gonna fly, as you can see here on the little mini map. Whoosh. And there we are. The one thing you have to watch out for when using your flight ability is the enemies can see where you're going to land. So if you're flying at like a maximum distance, enemies will know that you're coming. And because they know that you're coming, it can be real bad. You could have something waiting for you when you land.
Someone get to our ally.
Shut up, Stukov.
I'll feed you to my griffin.
We're just gonna kind of chill back because they've got 4 mid right now.
You're the boss.
Choose a talent.
We're at 10, we're gonna take Hinterland's Blast, just for some more damage, and since Hammer's gonna be immobile, it might help us secure some damage on him. I like Gust a lot to take enemies out of position.
This hero has become a nuisance. Eliminate it.
But in this case, we're gonna take the Blast. Ow.
Keep it up, friend.
And it does just that, just does a huge blast of damage at us in a direction.
The sky's away.
In a straight line. Gust would push people towards us, and I usually like to choose take out that Orphea. I usually like to choose abilities that that will mess with the positioning.
Keep it up, Fred.
Oh, come on. I used my roll too early. Zeebs, undo your walls so we can help you.
Get cracked. For victory!
Alright, come up here and
Hero will now enrich
get
the soil.
that kill too.
I'll just smell a lot.
A fine now kill. That's a healer I can get behind.
We're just gonna take out this minion wave.
Punisher heroes. Let it tear.
Grab that regen globe. I wanna grab that. Yeah, that regen globe's not happening. Stop trying to hit me with stuff.
Keep it up, Fred.
Ooh, gotta watch out for that Sylph. She does have mind control, which I'm glad she didn't use on us.
Don't ask me where they
That was a good push by Stukov, but he ended up dying. So we did take care of Orphea, who did get pushed into our towers, which is good. I was a little excessive using the Winterland's Blast, and by excessive, I mean it was a complete waste. However, Tyrande still died, and so don't tell anybody we missed. All right, so we're gonna come up here, go ahead and take out some of these, work on the objective. So the big thing that we want to make sure that we're doing is that we are taking advantage of our talent of basic attacking while our hammer is out. One thing that can make this build, you know, as far as mechanically, that even I could improve on, is making sure. Orphea does hurt us quite a bit. Trying to get away.
already.
Oh god, we're dead.
Better.
Wasn't too much of a deal. I was trying to run from the minions. One thing that we need to make sure that we're doing is weaving our basic attacks in, so more of a macro ability of kind of moving. We're gonna take Giant Killer because we want to take out Blaze, and our attack speed's pretty fast. So we're actually going to take Giant Killer, which is going to allow us to do more damage to Blaze. Does additional damage of 1.5% of his max health on every basic attack hit. We're gonna come down here.
I have met the enemy.
We want to get a piece of all these minions.
Reinforcements now. Someone get to our
God, this Stukov is annoying, man. So we're just gonna go ahead and block him.
Punisher has been felled.
Let's get cracking. Huh? I'll feed you to my griffin.
Can we help out our Zeebs? We're coming. We're coming, Wood Glue.
Power of my ancestors flow. Another corpse.
Go ahead and take out Orphea, helping out our Zeebs down here.
That had to hurt. To the sky.
Try to only hit these minions that have the Zeebs debuff on them, so that we can help out him get his stacks. Oh man, that hammer. Ooh.
So, who's next?
Hey, use your talent.
So we're getting a lot of basic attack bonuses in here. At level 16, we are going to take. What do I want to take? I guess we'll take reduce tailwind delay and increase move speed. So we move even faster now when we don't take damage for 6 seconds. And it only takes 3 seconds as opposed to 6 seconds. Well, they're not coming. Oh, figures.
To the sky.
The power of my ancestors flow.
Get out of there.
You'll have to get
Nothing we can do on that. Orphea is gonna totally stay on us. All right, so yeah, so Orphea is going to be kind of an issue for us. Now, a talent that we could have taken that would have helped out against Orphea. Which talent tier was it? Well, I guess if we would have built into our W ability into Lightning Rod, we can actually gain a shield from that. And then once we do that, then we're able to Sylview. Trying to help out. I was hoping we were gonna tag that Tyrande. That could make our W stronger, and if our W is stronger, then we can gain a shield off of it, and it'd be stronger, and that would help us for heroes that stay kind of against us. It's kind of your best defense is for Falstad as a against like a dive hero like an Illidan, or in this case like an Orphea or somebody like that. Okay, we're gonna come up here, come to the objective.
Count me in.
Once again, we're just trying to keep our get our stacks up. It's okay if we could take a couple hits because we got that sustain, as long as we avoid that Orphea. Orpheas really are the only thing that we really have to worry about on their team. All right.
Taste defeat.
Gonna kind of stay up with that hammer. Take care of her.
Execution.
Double kill.
All right, we completed our quest. Now we still continue to stack, so there's that. Go ahead and take out that Tyrande. Who's that? Blaze? Blaze down. All right, so we took out their team other than Sylv, wherever she is. Oh, man. Dude, Arcane Punishers are just too much.
Time to drop the hammer. Whatever it takes.
All right. And taking out this guy. Now, so we have Seasoned Marksman, so we can increase our attack speed by 40% for 3 seconds. It's on cooldown. So, like, going against something like that, it would have been useful there. I popped it during when we were trying to kill that Tyrande because I didn't want her to get away. We're gonna pop our W on that guy. Get up in here. Man, our base attack's starting to do some damage, though. Sorry, Sylv.
Things like that. Talent.
Okay, at level 20, a lot of times people take Epic Mount so that you can use your fly ability more. I'm actually going to take Nexus Frenzy because I want the more range on my basic attack.
Nothing to it. Death comes.
Being able to hit stuff from further away just appeals to me, especially in this build. What is that? Is that a Zeeb's like something or another? Is that his skin? Hearing like this like maniacal laughing. It's freaking me out, man. They should be able to kill that Tyrande without my assistance.
Double kill.
All right.
Triple kill.
So that worked.
Keep it up, friend.
Ow. I gotta back out. Now we're gonna go ahead and pop our Seasoned Marksman so we can do that more damage. Go ahead and take out that fort. As soon as he pops out, he's dead.
That hero will now enrich the soil.
And Sylv decided to come to play. So let's see where she's gonna go.
Goodbye.
Go ahead and take out Sylv. Man, Falstad's pretty fun. I should play Falstad more. I'm not even playing him probably well.
Mayhem.
But I feel like I'm having fun with him.
I'll hammer this out.
Oh, man. And that basic attack damage is so fast and so high, dude.
Hello, my lord. Hello, my lord. I'll hammer this out.
The shrine will be ready soon.
Hello, my lord. Hello, my lord.
Vala Malorn.
Count me in. Hello, my lord.
Oh, man. If he was still there, he got jacked up. Oh, got Tyrande out of position. Come over here and take advantage of that.
Excellent.
Muradin having some good haymakers. Good to see. Last couple Muradins I've gone against that have been using haymaker has not been a pleasurable experience. Take out that blaze. We're gonna go ahead and pop this. We're gonna stay on this Sylve.
Double kill.
Go ahead and pop down onto this here. Take out this keep.
That heat.
Keep this pushing.
I'll feed you to my griffin.
We're out of mana, which is unfortunate.
Even I'm impressed.
Go ahead and take Sergeant Hammer, you gotta stay in your base during that, buddy. Alright, well, that was Falstad. I feel pretty good about that. Man, Falstad's fun. When does Falstad be awesome? I just never really played as him very much. But he's really fun. I'm sure he's probably not as fun against like a Valera and Zeratul and stuff that'll wreck him pretty quickly. But nonetheless, that was a fun game. Alrighty, so let's go over our talents here. At level 1, we took Seasoned Marksman. That was just being around minions that were killed and increased our attack damage. And then we ended up getting that attack speed boost. And that was really good for just getting that extra burst damage on targets that we can continuously hit during that duration. Hammer gains, that was our sustain, so that basic attacks heal for 20% of the damage dealt, which synergizes really well with our level 1 talent and our level 7 talent, which was Secret Weapon. So while the hammer was out during our hammering, our basic attacks dealt 60% more damage. So while our basic attacks are doing 60% more damage, we are gaining 20% more of that health. And so at level 10, we used Hinterland's Blast so that we just had more raw DPS coming out in a form of a burst. And so it did, as you saw, that huge line did damage. What I didn't realize until I'm just now reading the tooltip is that it also reduced the cooldown for every hero that was hit, so you could use it more often. So that's really cool. We took Giant Killer primarily for Blaze, as we were hitting on Blaze pretty often during a lot of those engages, so might as well do that more damage to him. At level 16, we took Airy Gusts, which allowed our Tailwind to reduce the activation time from 6 to 3 seconds, increase the movement speed bonus. And then at level 20, we took Nexus Fury, which gave us a further range on our basic attack and increased our attack speed by 20%. As far as stats wise, we did all right. I mean, we had 10 kills, 2 deaths. Yeah. I feel pretty good about that. Falstad was fun. Mind you, Zebo definitely deserved MVP on that, man. His walls were on point, and Muradin's haymakers were pretty good too. Stukov had a couple good things, but his pinging outweighed the value in that. So an alternative build. So if you were to go to like what's considered like the Mage Stad build, so you're taking Gathering Storm. So this is building more into the Q ability. So you would take Gathering Storm, so every time that they were hit, which is the talent we almost took at the beginning, and it increases the damage on your Q by 1.5, and it refunds mana. Level 4, you would take Updraft, and what this does is this increases the range of your barrel roll, so your E ability, and now the shield lasts indefinitely instead of just gaining the shield right after using that ability. At level 7, you would take Boomerang, which you could then hit Q again, and it does a little explosion around the hammer while it's out. Level 10, once again, you can take either Gust or Hinterland's Blast. Gust is an amazing ability that can really set up some awesome combos for teams that push up too far. It's really useful actually on maps like the one we just went. If you're going against a bunch of in a lot of cases like melee targets, or say you guys are having trouble dealing with that Sergeant Hammer, you can use Gust to push her into your enemy team. So the trick there, what you do is you use your Z ability, you fly over the enemy team, and then you use the Gust to push them back into your team. And you can use that a lot of times around like keeps and forts to get a target stuck next to a keep or a fort, and then the keep or fort does damage to them, slowing them and keeping them there. At level 13, you would take Flow Rider, which is while Tailwind is active, Falstad's basic abilities charge 100% faster. Now, that is a talent that we could have taken on our tier that we did there had we not gone for Giant Killer. Then at 16, you would take Aerial Gusts, unless you really wanted that slow increase. However, I like the movement speed bonus personally, just letting me get more... get situated a little bit better. And so a lot of times people will take Epic Mount at level 20, which, as I was describing, it reduces the cooldown of flight and reduces the speed that it does, that it actually activates, and increases the speed that you get to your destination. So it allows Falstad to have even more of a global presence. I think the reason that this one is more than often chosen is because a lot of times when you're choosing Falstad, you're choosing him for that global presence. So like on a map like Cursed Hollow is really good since it's such a huge map. Being able to fly around really helps, and being able to do so more often is obviously even better. Now, if you did take Gust at 10, you could take Wind Tunnel, which will just continuously push enemies for 4 seconds. It is a really good talent, once again, to set up kind of kills and wombo combos and everything else. But yeah, guys, that was Falstad. Man, it was really fun to play him. I'm gonna have to play some more Falstad in the future. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys all have yourselves a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys all next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more gaming content. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost me anything. Thank you again. Have a great day.